you guys, it's William, Angus, and Denise from wiwibloggs, and Anti-Social Media has just won Dansk Melodi Grand Prix 2015 with the song The Way You Are. Angus, did the best song win?
For me, no, but I can see why it won, if that makes sense. So, like, I had a different favorite to this song, but I understand the vibe and why it went, and especially actually why it went in Denmark. Like, they have a long history of selling songs in like a similar style to this, so I can see why it won, but it wasn't my favorite.
I'm sensing some pessimism. You're not really behind this.
I'm not like 100%. I just feel like it's a little um, Salunis Am I, and A Friend in London, and Emily and Basim in a blender. This is kind of what would come out at the end, because it's kind of like slightly jaunty, bouncy, guitar-y with a male but slightly folksy vibe. And it doesn't really stick with you, but it's sort of nice and pleasant in the background. It's kind of like, yeah, they put together their greatest hits in one song, and it's just a bit meh.
Denise, do you share those feelings?
Yeah, there were just two songs in this national final that I really disliked, and this is one of them. So yeah, I gave it a 4 in the Wiwi jury, and no, I don't like it. So I don't know why they choose this song, but no, it's not my favorite.
Yeah, I'm just looking through the Wee Wee Jury rankings, and this actually finished 8th out of the 10 songs with a score of 4.57 out of 10. So we really weren't feeling it. You know, we interviewed Anti-Social Media, and they said their song is very Britpop, and that may be one of the reasons I don't like it, because I live in Britain, and so, like, I know what Britpop is, because, like, we've had it for a few years. This just feels like a throwback to the 60s. It's just... I don't feel like it's 2015. And as you guys know, because we were talking about this before, the songwriters were Remy and Chief One, and both of these guys are really well known in Denmark. Chief One's worked with Ace of Base, Basim, Brian Rice, among others. So the fact that the group won the jury vote by such a huge margin, like, to me suggests it might have to do with their songwriters.
Yeah, I think like that is a big factor in it being successful in Denmark, so that they've got like big writers behind it. Um, and I think that helps in a selection where perhaps there were not that many big actual singing stars in it. Like there weren't returning artists that really pulled us in. There was nobody that was kind of like a big celebrity and gave them the edge.
And silence, Denise.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard of him before, so yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, okay, that wasn't going great. Yeah, I don't know him, so it might be an advantage for them, but in my case, no. It's just I only knew Anna, and it was an advantage for me because I really liked her song, but I don't know if it worked for social media, anti-social media.
And speaking of Anne, who came second with her song Suitcase, how would you compare them? Which do you prefer? Angus?
I'd have preferred Anne to win, but again, like it still wasn't one of my favorites in the competition. Like it was quite plodding, like Salunis Am I, but slowed down like another factor because it was kind of like Salunis Am I was already pretty slow and kind of unambitious and uninteresting. And it's kind of like that up a notch, so it was even slower and even like more dull and plodding. But I mean, like passable, acceptable. But I don't know. If this was from like a Balkan country, we'd really be like laying into it because it's Denmark. It kind of gets a pass because it's one of the Scandinavians, I think.
I love Suitcase. I wanted her to pack her bags. I wanted her to go to Vienna. She finished first in our poll. She finished first with the Wee Wee jury. I mean, it's like modern country, like it's just amazing. Like I've downloaded it. I'm listening to it. I don't like that she screams Suitcase, but I can get over that because it's an amazing song. Denise.
Yeah, it's great. I really, really love the song, and it's one of my favorites. And her live performance was the best of the night. Her voice was great, and yeah, well, of course, the song was great. I liked the clothes she was wearing, and yeah, it was picture perfect.
Yeah, it's really hard to judge Anti-Social Media's vocals because that kind of song, it's more like talking. You know, I don't feel like they're singing. Maybe that's just me. Do you think Anti-Social Media is going to go straight to the final at Eurovision?
I don't know. The semi-final one is really, really hard, and it's Denmark, and they are going through every single year. But I don't know, they might struggle this year.
I think just like, yeah, the first year Denmark might be in trouble maybe since 2007, just because like every other year the song has been kind of like, there's been something to hook fans into and get people behind it. This really didn't have much hype about it before DMGP, and like there wasn't something set. Like Basim had the fact he sounded like Bruno Mars, Emily had the fact she was a clear winner, Luna had like, she had a fucking stupid hat and outfit that people could like. I don't feel like anti-social media have that much behind them. They're just a bit like a barbershop quartet with guitars that like tripped onto the stage.
And I want to take a minute and read some of our reader comments. Noah says, "Oh, hello, 60s style. I thought that you died in 1969. It seems that you're up and running, sadly. This may have some appeal, but it's not my cup of tea. The first minute was okay-ish, and then the other 34,758 minutes of the song were boring." No Name says, "It will take me a long time to get over that they didn't send Suitcase." And finally, BB says, "Not my cup of tea musically. These guys are incredibly annoying in every sense of the word. I don't think they could send anything worse than Basim, and then Denmark proves me wrong." Oh dear, it's not looking good. What about the other acts? Did anyone else appeal to you?
I really like Tina and Renee. Like, I know we said the whole thing about Shannon and Evergreen, and it did sound like in a moment like this. I mean, it was written in the same recording session, which kind of speaks volumes about why it sounds so similar. But, like, I love that cheesy Schlager shit. Like, it was like ABBA. I was, like, taken back to the 70s. ABBA into the love story. Like, I would have loved Denmark to have done that. But, I don't know. They clearly weren't feeling it in Aalborg.
Yeah, I know. And Sarah was my big favorite before the show. But I have to say her live performance was a big letdown. It sounded like she was out of breath the whole time, and her clothes were awful. And yeah, I still like the song, but only the recorded one.
And what about Julie coming third?
Was she Ponytail Girl? Like
That's
the one with like the massive weave sewn into her head? I'm like, I'm sorry, having a weave should not be indicative of success. I mean, I know it is for like Beyonce, but bitch, she's Beyonce. She's not Beyonce. You've just got a clip in ponytail. That's not a musical statement of success. Like, seriously, WTF. Like, there was so much WTF going on Super Saturday, but that is like up there.
That song is so junior Eurovision. I mean, I feel like Anne would have sung that, 10 years ago. I don't know how this made it to DGMP or DMGP. Denise?
Yeah, it was really cute, but like you said, for junior Eurovision and not for the real Eurovision. And well, her live performance was great, and yeah, it was really cute. But third place, no.
Yeah, it's all rather shocking. One of my other favorites was Hotel A from Sicily. She ended up finishing fourth, which is very respectable. I think that song just doesn't make enough of an impact. It's nice background music. It's fantastic background music, but you need something more center stage. Mañana came fifth, followed by Summer Without You. Did you think Mañana would do better?
Yeah, I really liked it, and it is a fun pop song with yeah, I know he's already famous in Denmark, so I thought that would be an advantage for him. And yeah, it's a surprise for me.
Yeah, I just think this year DMGP lacked a certain star sparkle. I mean, I remember there was a lot of chatter when Medina collaborated with Anton Ewald that she might enter because she's like one of their big leading pop stars. People thought she might go in for it, and she didn't. And I don't know, it just lacked a sparkle. And like it says everything when they do it all in one night. I feel it's a bit of a letdown. Like there's no hype built up behind it. And I guess like after Emily, they just really don't want to win again. And like, what better way than picking a song that may not even qualify? Like that's like really trying hard not to win it.
And I almost feel like when you have many weeks like a Melody Festival or a UMK, you get to like make an informed decision because you know what gets annoying, you know what's gonna age well. But when it's on one night, it's just, I don't know, maybe the public was fooled, or rather the jury was fooled by their looks. They look like pop stars, anti-social media. But you know what, maybe the three of us just have bad taste and this is the next song to win Eurovision.
No,
I hope not.
No. Really doubting that.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I guess a final question. Super Saturday is now over. What was the highlight for you?
Dolly Style getting to Andrew Chanson.
No, you don't have to ask me, right? You already know it.
It stings so good.
Yes.
Right. I think the highlight for me is how, if you look at the video, the live performance of Antisocial Media on wiwibloggs, the still frame is the two guys singing into the mic, but it looks like they're making out. It just makes me laugh. It's not antisocial in the least. It's pro-social. Anyways. Well, cool. Well, Denise, Angus, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on Dansk Melodi Grand Prix. We will be back soon with more thoughts and opinions on more winners and losers, and we hope you will join us here on wiwibloggs.com. Good night. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my god, y'all are amazing.
No.
Yeah, that was amazing.